positive vibes from me to you, coming to you yet again, trying to offer to you just some soul cleansing advice, conversation, just thought provoking words of encouragement to hopefully help you to be the best version of yourself you can possibly be and help someone else do the same thing. So if you are new to my channel is more so about developing yourself in a variety of ways. Many of times we focus on the outer appearance and we're focused on what other people are doing and not doing, that we don't really take that time for ourselves. And many times when we do take time for ourselves, people try to make us feel like we're selfish. No, self-care is not being selfish. You have to take care of yourself. You all, I am a mom all day, every day. My children are the best thing to have ever happened to me. There is a story behind each of them. But the biggest part of it is naysayers would so easily try to make you feel like you should only be about your children 100% of the time, never a moment for you. And I remember that part of my life when I did do just that. I became very depressed. I went downhill because I was like, well, what about me? Toya was being starved. I loved working out. I loved learning new things, going on trips to develop myself professionally, visiting different cities to learn of their culture. So when I say to you, not allowing what people think of you to keep you from being your best self, I am so serious. Folks are going to always have an opinion. Like I tell folk all the time, haters are gonna hate to live your life and give them a reason to. Haters are gonna hate to live your life and give them a reason to. Haters are gonna hate to live your life and give them a reason to. Give them a reason to. And now the song is through. It is so serious. When I got the courage to finally say, I'm good. I don't care what you think of me. I don't care how you feel about me. I don't care how things were back in 1942 because it's now 2019. When I say to you, standing on the fullness of God, knowing that for as long as He was pleased with my performance as a scholar, as a mother, as a Christian, as long as I was pleasing Him, I did not care to people please. I was about 25 years old when I decided to commit in that way. So when I say self-care is the best care, you have to take care of yourself first, or you're not going to be any good to anyone else. And if that's the case, what sense does it make to get up every day, do for others, sacrifice yourself, degrade yourself, throw yourself by the wayside, not feed yourself the right foods, nourishing yourself correctly? What's the purpose? What's the point? How can I tell you to take care of yourself if I'm not working on taking care of myself? So that's really what I'm about. I'm about sharing tips, tricks, tools, things I've learned, my life experiences, things that I've researched and learned more about, because this new subject matter I'm learning about is rather interesting and I can't wait to share it. But when I say to you, never allow the label of being selfish hinder you from self-care. When I say to you, don't allow the label of, you're not a good mom if. Who done died and made you God? You don't get to tell me whether or not I'm being a good parent or not when I know that what I'm doing is number one, within my wheelhouse. Number two, I've surrendered and gave it to Jesus. He's going to make it all right. And number three, who are you to tell me what I'm doing right or wrong when you don't have all your stuff together? See, we can offer advice to one another all day. That's not the problem. The problem lies in when we become judgmental. So because you live this way, you're going straight to hell. No, boo. Because at any given moment, I can change my mind. I can change my heart. I can turn from that way of living and I can do the right thing, and God got me. As he gets me together, the biggest thing is, are you helping me or are you hurting me? Are you out here stating facts just to state facts? Or are you acknowledging those facts and helping a person to live in the solution? See, we can go all day back and forth in relations to how self-care is so important. Because when people start to label you, it can discourage you. And when people start to discourage you, it starts to attack you. And when you start to feel attacked, what do? You feel backed into a corner. You have no idea which way to go, who your friends are, who you can trust. You start to doubt, hello, do you hear all the negatives I'm throwing out right now? The enemy wants you to believe those lies in the name of Jesus. Do not allow the labels that people put upon you to be your roadblock, to be your stumbling block. Be it a hurdle that's on your race, and just jump it. If you know you're not selfish, if you know that you're doing the best you can, if you know that you're trying to do better, if you know that you're working on yourself, that's between you and God. When self-care is the best care, you got to be a little selfish. And some folk are not going to like that. And that's okay. That's okay. Because guess what? The enemy wants you to waste your life doing for everybody else. Because for as long as you're not working on you, how are you really of any good to anybody else? That being said, because I know somebody's going to hear this and be like, well, God says you need to be a servant to others. Absolutely. Live a life of servitude, but make sure that you get a piece of the servant. Make sure that if you know that you are overweight, if you know that you don't eat very well, give yourself a dose of your own medicine. Start eating better. Eat clean. Eat organic. Eat whole foods. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Provide the proper nourishment in your body. So when you go out to serve, you are properly nourished and you can still be of support to others. Living a life of servitude doesn't mean that you are starved yourself. Honey, if you got 8 servings for the world, then you got to have at least 1 for yourself. Because if you're malnourished, how can you properly nourish someone else? So, I'm going to leave you with that. Make that make sense. When self-care is the best care and you want better, so you do better, let no one put the label of being selfish on you. Matter of fact, when they do, just say, I'm working on me. Self-care is just as important as caring for someone else. Be empowered, live better, and love always. Hey, love always.